were just having a hard time communicating. We were having a hard time learning how to speak to each other.
When she called me and told me, I had to process it there for a minute. But I knew the other part of it is that I was going to have to try to be strong for her, because I know that emotionally she is going to be pretty rattled.
When we were angry or mad, Kyle likes to talk about things right then and there. A lot of times I need time to
process,
digest and process things.
Long story short, we knew we needed help, and if we didn't get the help, we were going to be divorced. And so I found Encompass on the internet, and I reached out to you.
When she called and told me, because I didn't say anything, she said, "Helen, do you understand what I said? Do you hear what I'm saying?" I said, "Yes." You said, "I have cancer."
One of our big problems too was we just let stuff fester.
Yeah.
We thought we were such great communicators, and yet we couldn't communicate.
Sure.
We both came from homes that, had been separated, parents that had been divorced, and I think, we both, coming into the marriage together, said we don't want that same thing for our kids because we understand the effect that it had on each of us.
And that was actually the discussion we had before we came here. It's like, if we don't do this, we're divorced.
Yeah, we did.
Situations happen to where there's a lot of anger that's built up because it changes your body. And you have to be able to adapt to those changes.
The skills that you were teaching us through the rings and then coming back and communicating them with you were so powerful. I mean, that's really what made a huge difference for us, being able to work on things together and then come in and review it with you or work things out if we had issues.
I really enjoyed the tests, the family tree. I think it really allows you to dig deep personally, but then also to share that with your spouse. You learn a lot about yourself that you didn't even realize, or things that may have affected you that you didn't even realize.
What I really liked about it was, it gave each of us a chance individually to go through the online materials. And I mean, you saw my answers. I mean, there were times where I was crying. I mean, things were coming back to me, and I was realizing things that I've been trying to shove far away, suppress. It was painful, but it was good, and I knew that.
I got the phone call from my surgeon and was explaining to me what they found out, XYZ. And I remember her saying, "Helen, do you understand what I just said?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, but God's got me." And that's my strength that I hold on to. And I know that's how part feels. So us holding on to the same God together, we knew we could make it. To me, it just drew us even closer together.
I still think the I wishes worked better when we were with you than afterwards, though. That's one thing we can discuss another time. But when you say, "I wish you would do this," it doesn't come off quite the same as it did when we had a coach around. But anyways, that's another time.
If we hadn't done this, if this wasn't successful, we would be divorced today. There's no doubt in my mind.
You know that there's going to be, highs and lows. You know that there are going to be times where you are off of your path.
The joy of it is that when she rang the bell,
Yes.
that was the goal. That was reaching the goal, going towards the goal. Yeah, we had to go through the storm a little bit, but it allowed us to know that there is going to be a day to where she could see a positive out of all of this.
I found it really useful. I really enjoyed being able to learn the skill. And like he said, I do it myself and I could think about things, and then it gave us another reason to talk and converse and work through our issues.
It did.
Yeah.
And then when we would come and see you, we were able to really kind of, come full circle, right? Because, you had the materials in front of you and you're talking with us about it. So there were even things that, we may not have spoken together about, but that you saw and then you mentioned, and that kind of close some loops too. So it was very helpful. I think that we chose the right way to do it.
It worked for us.
And so just staying committed and finding the resources that we need and the tools that we need to continue our marriage on the right path. And it's been such a blessing for us to have those tools and to remind each other of everything that we learned.
It's more worth the work to go and do something like this than go and do the work to split up and go beyond the other way. It's to me, it's something that I wish everybody would realize.
What this has done for us, it has given us tools so that we can communicate even when we have problems or we have difficulty communicating. And it helps us understand each other a little bit better. Like, I am one of those people that withdraw, and I'm just gonna pull away, where he's...
Attack.
Yeah, he's an attack. What were those terms?
I'm the bear.
No, porcupine?
Skunk.
Well-
She's the skunk.
No, you're the skunk. He's the skunk, I'm the turtle. That was it. I'm the turtle and you're the skunk. I remember that now, yes.
To say, we're doing this because we want to be married 60 years. We want to, have our boys grow up, and Kyle, his grandparents were together for 60 years. And that's such a great accomplishment, but blessing that we always talk about within the Balzer family.
If you're in a point of your marriage where you're at wit's end and you don't know where to go and you don't know what to do, but you know that you believe that you have something worth saving, this is something you should try. Before you throw in the towel and say, I'm done, you should at least try this.
I believe without my relationship with God, our marriage wouldn't survive. I wouldn't survive this journey. That's an important element to the whole triangle. That's a very important element. So I will encourage, if you don't have a relationship with God, get one.
It's not to say everything's been bright and rosy since then. And in fact, a couple of times we said, why didn't we use that tool, when we had the discussion? But it's a reminder. It's something that's back in your mind, and it says, hey, let's go grab that small little rings card or whatever it might be that we need to help get us back on track and get us communicating, because it does take a lot of work to get there. That's one thing we can discuss another time, but